You love this store. You trust this store. You've been a loyal card-carrying member for years. And every time you walk out with that oversized cart and that warm feeling in your chest, you tell yourself the same thing. I just saved a fortune. But here's what the receipt doesn't show you. Over 51% of this company's entire operating profit doesn't come from selling you groceries. It comes from the fee you paid just to walk through the front door. $5.3 billion a year collected before a single item hits the scanner. You are the product. The average shopper spends 37 minutes inside that warehouse and bleeds $1.75 every single minute. That's not shopping. That's a financial extraction operation disguised as a bulk discount. Today, I'm counting down 12 hidden truths about this warehouse that every senior needs to hear before their next trip. Number 1 involves the actual physical safety of your body inside that building. Stay with me, this one matters. Number 12. The gas station false economy. The fuel pumps are the first hook, 5 to 25 cents cheaper per gallon. Sounds like free money, but run the math. A standard 15-gallon fill saves you $3.75. To collect that savings, you sit in a 15 to 30-minute queue with the engine idling, burning fuel to save fuel. But that's not the real trap. The real trap is what happens after. About half of members who fuel up also walk inside the warehouse. That $3 savings evaporates the second you grab a cart. Number 11. The return policy tightening. This company built its empire on a legendary return policy. Buy anything, return anything, no questions asked. That era is over. Televisions, computers, tablets, cameras, smartwatches, and phones now carry a strict 90-day return window. No exceptions. For a senior who buys a $4,000 television and needs a family member to help set it up, 90 days evaporates fast. If the device fails in month 4, you're stuck. The safety net that gave you confidence to make that purchase was quietly pulled out from under you. Number 10. The credit card debt trap. This warehouse only accepts Visa at the register, and they aggressively push their co-branded credit card with its flashy cashback rewards. 4% on gas, 3% on travel. Sounds generous. But buried in the fine print is a penalty APR of 29.99%, one late payment, one return check, one hospitalization that makes you miss a billing cycle, and that penalty rate activates immediately. For a senior juggling prescription costs and Medicare premiums, a single missed payment wipes out years of accumulated cashback rewards in one billing cycle, and those rewards aren't deposited into your bank account. They arrive once a year as a paper certificate you have to physically redeem inside the warehouse. Number 9. The Kirkland Signature Illusion. The private label brand generated $56 billion in a single year. It's positioned as exclusive, premium quality you can only access with a membership. But the confirmed reality? The house blend coffee is roasted by Starbucks. The batteries are manufactured by Duracell. The tuna is canned by Bumblebee. The diapers are made by the same company that makes Huggies. You're paying a membership fee to buy mass-market commodity products in oversized packaging with a different label on the front. The same goods, often from the same factories, are available in normal sizes at discount grocers without a membership card. Number 8. The hearing aid lock-in. The warehouse is the second largest private seller of prescription hearing aids in the country. Prices run between $1,600 and $1,700 a pair, cheaper than a private clinic. But here's what they don't tell you at the counter. The software on those devices is permanently locked. No independent audiologist, no ENT specialist, no outside provider can reprogram, adjust, or repair them. You are permanently tethered to the warehouse for every minor frequency adjustment for the rest of that device's lifespan. Meanwhile, since the 2022 FDA ruling, high-quality over-the-counter hearing aids are available direct to your door for $500 to $1,000. No membership required, no warehouse visit required. You control the settings from your phone. Number 7. The executive membership squeeze. Every cashier is trained to push the upgrade. $130 for the executive tier. 2% cash back on everything you buy. Sounds like it pays for itself. It doesn't. To earn back just the $65 upgrade fee through that 2% reward, you must spend exactly $3,250 a year inside the warehouse. That's $270 every single month, exclusively at this one store. For a retired couple living on $2,071 a month in Social Security, that means dedicating over 13% of their entire gross income to a single retailer just to break even on a plastic card. If these numbers are making you rethink your next warehouse run, we're just getting started. The top 6 revelations ahead are worse. They involve your medication, your body, and what's actually inside that famous $5 chicken. If this is opening your eyes, hit subscribe. It's free, and it helps us keep pulling back the curtain on what these stores don't want you to know. Number 6. The pharmacy markup. The in-house pharmacy is marketed as a lifeline for affordable medication, but a cross-sectional study found that 1 in 5 of the most expensive generic drugs are completely unavailable at this pharmacy, and on the ones they do carry, transparent competitors are crushing them. A standard prescription of atorvastatin, one of the most common cholesterol drugs in America, costs $3.60 through a direct-to-consumer pharmacy that charges manufacturing cost plus a flat 15% markup plus a $5 fee. The same drug at a traditional retail counter runs over $9. No hidden negotiations, no pharmacy benefit managers inflating the price. For a senior taking 3 or 4 maintenance medications, the annual difference is hundreds of dollars. Number 5. The treasure hunt layout. You go in for paper towels. You leave with $300 of merchandise you never planned to buy. That's not a lack of discipline. That's architecture. The average shopper spends 37 minutes inside, generating $1.75 in spending every 60 seconds. There are no permanent aisle signs. Inventory rotates constantly. 147,000 square feet of polished concrete with zero directional guidance. For a senior with limited mobility, that maze accelerates joint pain and cognitive fatigue. As physical exhaustion increases, resistance to impulse purchases collapses. That's not a design flaw. That's the design. Number 4. The bulk trap. The entire value proposition of this warehouse is price per unit. Buy more, pay less per ounce. But that math only works if you consume every ounce before it rots. The average American household throws away $762 of food per year. For a 1- or 2-person senior household buying 3-pound bags of spinach and massive clamshells of berries, the spoilage rate is catastrophic. If you save 20% on the unit price, but throw away 40% of the product, your actual cost per consumed unit is higher than buying a smaller package at full retail. The warehouse transferred its inventory storage problem and its spoilage risk directly onto your kitchen counter. Number 3. The food court health bomb. After 40 minutes on concrete floors, your blood sugar has dropped, your decision fatigue is maxed out, and there it is. The food court. A $3.99 chicken bake that smells like salvation. That chicken bake contains 840 calories, 32 grams of fat, and 2,650 milligrams of sodium. That last number is not a typo. The American Heart Association recommends a maximum of 2,300 milligrams per day. The ideal limit for adults managing blood pressure is 1,500. One single item at this food court delivers 115% of your absolute daily maximum in one sitting. For a senior on blood pressure medication, that is not a meal, that is a medical event. Number 2. The Rotisserie Chicken brine secret. The $5 Rotisserie Chicken, the crown jewel. The reason millions of people renew their membership every year. This company loses between $30 and $40 million annually to keep that bird at $4.99. Why? Because it's placed at the absolute back of a 147,000 square foot warehouse. To get to that chicken, you walk past electronics, jewelry, clothing, and seasonal merchandise. The $5 trip becomes a $200 cart. That's not a theory. That's the documented business model. But the health cost is the real betrayal. A 3-ounce serving contains 460 milligrams of sodium. That's a piece of meat the size of a deck of cards. The bird is injected with a chemical brine containing sodium phosphate and carrageenan to artificially inflate its weight and trap moisture. A class action lawsuit was filed in 2026 after consumers discovered the no preservatives claim on the packaging contradicted the actual ingredient list. An organic alternative at a competitor contains just 40 milligrams of sodium per serving. That's not a marginal difference. That's 11 times more sodium in the warehouse bird. Number 1. The physical danger: concrete, contamination, and understaffing. This is the one nobody talks about. The warehouse is not a grocery store. It's an industrial environment with polished concrete floors, steel pallet racks stacked to the ceiling, and a staffing model designed to minimize labor costs, not maximize customer safety. Falls are the leading cause of traumatic brain injuries and death in adults over 65. In one documented case, a 74-year-old woman slipped on a wet concrete floor and suffered catastrophic spinal and shoulder injuries. The sealed, polished surface offers zero give on impact. A fall at a traditional grocer on vinyl tile is painful. A fall on warehouse concrete at 74 can be fatal. And the contamination risk scales with the bulk. Between 2023 and 2026, this retailer issued severe recalls, including listeria in tuna poke and deli sandwiches, hepatitis A in frozen strawberries, and glass fragments in chicken fried rice. When you buy an 8-ounce package at a regular grocer, the exposure window is 2 days. When you buy a 4-pound bulk bag from this warehouse, that contaminated product sits in your freezer for months. This is not a hit piece. This warehouse has real value for specific, targeted purchases. Bulk paper goods, discounted gasoline if you can avoid walking inside afterward, certain organic items that freeze well. But the era of blind trust needs to end. You are shopping inside a subscription service that generates over half its operating profit from the fee you paid at the door. The layout is engineered to exhaust you into impulse spending. The bulk sizes are designed for families of 6, not retired couples. And the chicken you've been trusting as a cheap, healthy dinner is chemically injected with 11 times more sodium than the clean alternative down the street. Shop with a list. Refuse the executive upgrade unless your spending genuinely exceeds $32.50 a year. Move your prescriptions to a transparent pharmacy. And never ever grab a rotisserie chicken without reading the sodium on the back of the label first.